strongly count for better scouting
strongly count for better scouting
and for better citizenship
and for better citizenship
in my troop,
in my church,
in my community,
in my community,
and in my contact with other people,
and in my contact with other people,
regardless of race, color, or creed.
regardless of race, color, or creed.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
Eagle Scouts in the audience may now be seated, please. The Boy Scouts of the world constitute one of the most wholesome and significant movements in history, and you, William, have been counted worthy of this highest rank in leadership. All who know you rejoice in your achievement, including me. I charge you to enter this Eagle Scout brotherhood holding ever before you, without reservation, the ideals and honor and service, the ideals of honor and service. By repeating of the Eagle Scout pledge before your fellow members, you have become an Eagle Scout. Though the words you used just now are similar to those by which you joined scouting, today they mean more than they ever could have meant at that time or at any time in the past. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you're using the same words which are found at the end of the Declaration of Independence. You sealed your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout. As one Eagle Scout to another, by the authority invested in me by the National Court of Honor of the Boy Scouts of America, it is my privilege and pleasure to pronounce you an Eagle Scout. May the oath you have taken remain true in your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, Scouts and Scouters, I present to you our newest Eagle Scout, William Francis Colony Horning. I wanted to express regrets for those in my family who weren't able to make it tonight. The ravages of time haven't been real kind to my parents, unfortunately, and they're not able to travel too much anymore, although they do send their love and their congratulations to you, William. They're very proud of you. They would definitely be here if they could be. Like we said, William is my godson too, so he's always been special to me, and I'm very proud of his achievement also. I was an Eagle Scout many years ago. 1970, which is what, 43 years, 42, 43. It does seem like just yesterday. In scouting, believe me, scouting does instill upon young men a different set of values, a better set of values. It a heightened sense of responsibility, of maturity, and a better sense of the heritage of our great country and the history of it. Just one little story about when I went to Philmont. I was 14, I think I was either 14 or 15, and my brother was 1 year younger than I was, and talk about responsibility and maturity. We got on a bus in Pittsburgh, took the bus to Chicago, and then we took a train from Chicago to Denver, and then we took another bus from Denver out to Philmont. That's before Boy Scouts didn't fly on airplanes then. It was kind of taboo, I guess, or whatever. But I remember on the train, it was about, I think it was a 2 or 3 night train trip. And my brother and I, before we left, thought, boy, we're gonna have a nice bed on this train. We're gonna be in a Pullman car. We're gonna get to sleep on a train. It's gonna be really fun. So when it was time to go to bed that first night on the train, we asked the attendant, well, where do we go to sleep? And he said, nowhere. You just put your chair back, and that's how you sleep. Yep. No beds, no Pullman, nothing like that. It was retract the back or put the back of your chair and get sleep if you can. And that was our Pullman car on the train. So, but it was an experience I'd never want to forget. And one other thing I distinctly remember about it was in Chicago at the Museum of Natural History, I think it was. There was a German U-boat, a completely restored German U-boat there, and we took a tour of it. And this was like total bliss for my brother and I, because we were so interested in history. And I just wanted to, say that scouting helped instill those values in us, because people who don't learn from history are bound to repeat the failures of it. And I think scouting is very important, so that the future leaders of our country know the correct decisions to make, so they don't make the wrong ones again. And scouts definitely will not become part of the infamous low information crowd, I can guarantee you that. So, but behind every great scout, there's also a great set of parents. And in this case, it's Mark and Suzanne, definitely, because they've always exposed William, they've always let him and exposed him to whatever activities he has wanted to do, and let him make his own decisions on which ones of those activities he really liked and wanted to follow through with. And in his case, it turned out to be scouting, of course, and music. And he's great at both of them. And his music mentor is here. I'm sorry, I can't remember. Was it Matt? Steven. Steven's here. And if you haven't heard William with the saxophone, go on to Facebook or wherever, and there's some examples of his playing. He's downright fantastic with it. It's just the same way he is with scouting. So, and thanks to great parents, he was exposed to a lot of things and was able to pick what he wanted to do. And I don't know if this is my line or not, but I thank everyone for listening to those little tidbits of information there. But I also wanted to thank Suzanne and Mark for giving me the honor of presenting this award, because to me it is a great honor. And they picked me over everyone else. I do appreciate that, so thank you. All right. I didn't know if that was my line or not. Thank you.
So, William, in a few minutes, we're going to take you off of the hot seat. We'll get to the part of the program where we have some presentations for you. But at this point, if you have some words, we'd certainly like to hear them.
Yeah, I didn't give it too much because I figured you guys are probably starving by now. So. I really want to thank everybody who made this possible. There's a lot of stuff that went into it, especially my parents. They've gone through far too much to get this stuff done and help me to come along and get this far. I'm so grateful for them. There's some people here from the two of the most, I think, the troops that had the biggest influence on me. Mr. English is here. He was my scoutmaster for 2 years, I think. And then Mrs. Bennett is here, and Mrs. Bailey are here. I think those are probably the two people that, if it wouldn't have been for them, I don't think I would have been nearly as influenced by scouting or even done it as much